Alright, so this is the Gem Mountain shop inside the town of Philipsburg, and I just learned something new while I was over here. This was not the original spot I was meaning to go to. This is their showroom and their secondary wash spot, which I'm right over here, and I'm going to take you over there in 1 second and show you what happened with the first screening of my bucket as opposed to what I went through yesterday. So this is spot number 2 for Gem Mountain inside the town of Philipsburg on the main drag, and I'm going to go get a video of the other shop, the original Gem Mountain rock shop supply cleaning thing place. Man, I screwed that up, didn't I? Alright, so this is the first bucket that the staff at Gem Mountain helped me clean, and so far just taking the top off, did one screening, and immediately coming out of there is that what you see right there. See if I can get the camera tripod to work with me. Some nice little green, blue sapphires. And that's just the first like 5 minutes off of the first $25 bucket. So I'm gonna go through the screening process through this whole bucket, and then I'll show you what I get afterwards, and then I will show you some video of the original Gem Mountain mine. Alrighty. Okay, so out of one $25 bucket at Gem Mountain, at the Gem Mountain location inside the city of Philipsburg town, this is what I got for $25 and a little bit of screening, which I didn't even really have to do the screening. The super friendly staff did most of it for me. That one is not a sapphire, that black one. But compared to the start of this video when I was at the Spokane bar, this is much more worth it. I might not be digging it myself out of a hole, but the payoff is much more worth it. 25 bucks. I'm gonna go check out the other location now and do a bucket there. Alright, I'm here at the Gem Mountain Mine and Campground location, and at the first location, this is what I got for my 25 bucks for one basket. I don't know if any of them are actually cuttable or gem quality. A couple in there that are bigger than the rest. So we will see. Alright, so we are at the Gem Mountain Mine and Campground area. And this is the parking lot. I'll rotate slowly through the parking lot. This whole parking area right here, excuse the wind, you guys are probably getting used to that by now at this point. Whoa, kicking the tripod, my bad. And you got your general populace area right there, everybody digging through their buckets. I'll show you where they're filling the buckets here in a couple of minutes. More of the parking area. You have the campground, and I'm gonna walk down the road to the campground. See you there in a second. All right, so this appears to be the camping area for the mine, and it starts at that road coming in where you see him. He's the first campground, where they're sort of just off the side of the road. There's little patches of road that cut off the main road, and then there's picnic tables, as you can see right there. There's picnic table. So it's primitive campgrounds, but there's place for RVs. If there's a place for an RV, there's definitely a place for a tent. And I can see other stuff down there. I can see other campground areas down there too. So there's the campground area. I'm obviously not going to walk all this by foot. This 1 minute panning section is about all you're going to get. But at least you know what the campground looks like, don't you? Yes, you do. Save your bucket sales area right here. Right there in the back, you have your gift shop, soda shop, snacks. In the front right here, you have where everybody is picking through their rough to see if they find any gemstones. The big blue area in the back is the washing tub, or more like a trough. Very cool one. I'll highlight that in a second. Got a little bit of shade over here behind everybody, and the porta potties. Yes, we love porta potties, don't we? Alright, I'm pretty angry at myself now. While walking around and doing the videos that are probably going to be previous to this one, I lost the vial of stones I had. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know how they fell out of my pocket, because that had to have been what happened. They're not in my car, they're not in my pocket, I don't have them, I don't know what the hell I did, and I'm really upset about it. Because I was going to have them, you know, tell me about them and if any of them are cuttable and, you know, all of that on video. And now, well, I was already planning on doing more buckets, but still, I'm pissed off. I lost 1/3 of the potential I could have, because the maximum I can get is 3 buckets. That's it. That's my max. So I'm not happy about losing that vial of stones. Yay me. Proper shaking technique for stones like this is important. If done correctly, you can bring most of the stones to the bottom and center of the tray. In order to do this, first get the stones wet. Then, with the tray underwater, shake the tray up and down vigorously to bring the stones to the bottom of the tray. Then, shake the tray side to side vigorously, bringing all the material to the center of the tray. Shake the tray up and down, then turn the tray. Shake the tray side to side, turn the tray, shake the tray side to side, shake the tray up and down. Repeat this process 4, 5, 6 times. Then, when you turn the tray upside down, you should have stones in the middle. I'm doing it poorly in this video, but I got much better at it as the day progressed. By the end of the day, when I'd flip my tray, 90% of the stones would be in the center and on top and easy to access. Also, I should have the tray much more underwater, at least to where the stones are underwater completely while I'm doing the process. It's important that when you flip the tray, you flip it towards you and then straight down. That keeps anything from flying out and from you getting splashed. Feel free to use the pause button and zoom in on any of these stones that I show.
Finding tons.
Are you finding tons?
In this bucket, yeah, or in this shaker load. Probably just means I shook it right this time. I'm just getting the hang of using that.
I'm used to a pickaxe and a sledgehammer. So I'm recording right now for my YouTube. So pretty, too bad it's not 10 times bigger than that. Alright, so out of that shaker, just off of picking off the top so far, that's what we got. I'm going to show you how I go through the rest of the pile.
So you can buy a lucky 7
What I'm doing here is I'm thinning out the edge of the pile to where the stones are flat, making sure I can see none of the colored glass, and then getting rid of those rocks and repeating the process. Thinning them out, making sure they're flat, making sure I can see all of them, and then scooping them off of the table and continuing the process. Ooh, that's a pretty blue one. Once again, if only it was 10 times that size. It's a nice bow.
So is this working out better for you than downtown?
Oh, downtown was great. I loved what I got out of there. But this works better for the YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
For sure. And I honestly wasn't originally planning on stopping at these sapphire mines because they're already so well known and have such a reputation. I mean, you pretty much can read anybody's blog that's ever been out here and they all say the same thing. But then after getting skunked, and my wife's favorite stone is sapphires, out at the other place I was at, I changed my mind and decided I had enough time I was going to swing by here. And so this morning, the first place I stopped at was in town because I didn't know that that was, you know, when you searched it through the web online, that's what I'd found.
Right.
Yep. Double-edged sword. I found this one, but I lost my haul. And I really liked it. And it's funny, I didn't know I'd lost it until I actually went in to do a video. Since there was no line with the ladies in there, I wanted them to, you know, go over the stones I'd found at their other mine with me, and lost that opportunity. Now I gotta wait in line like everybody else. My wife's not going to be happy though too, because I got video of all that stuff I found in that vial, and it's going to be online. I'm not coming home with it. So this is what I pulled out on my second bucket at this spot. It's the second sifting. And let's see, I'm going for right there. You can see crystals all there. Bunch of cool stuff. Let's grab the biggest obvious one. So I just pulled that monster out. It's huge and super clear. It's at least twice the size of anything else I've pulled out. It's awesome. Awesome sauce. This is the last turn of my second bucket at this spot. And this has been a good bucket. Really disappointed I lost my first stones though. I did a pretty good job of working them all to the center, man. Gotten much better with using the shaker today.
Doing well, and yourself?
Good, pretty well. We're here with Chris inside of the gift shop at Gem Mountain, and he's going to go over the stones with us. So, yay. Oh, do me a favor, Chris.
Yeah.
Speak loudly for me.
Speak loudly.
Speak loudly.
You're not going to mic me up, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm too poor for that. They all know. They have to hear my wind all the time. Next year I'll have somebody. It's like, I love your videos. Here's a free video camera.
Okay, so you did a 2-bucket comparison because you just want to kind of see how the buckets do.
Yep, I want to do a 2-bucket comparison, one against the other, exactly. Perfect.
Bucket number 1 came in at 29.7 carats. Our gravel right now is running a little better than quote average. 29 carats is what we sampled up on the hill prior to loading the dump truck up and bringing this load of bin gravel down. Bucket number 2 is well above average at 39.4 carats.
Woohoo! And I told that guy to load me up with a fatty one too. There's one very big stone in there compared to everything else.
2.63 carats, very nice. We'll hope it's gem quality.
2.63 carats.
And out of a stone that size, if it is gem quality, depending upon final color and clarity in the finished gemstone, potentially a 2/3 of a carat stone, maybe even 3/4 of a carat, and a potential value of somewhere between 200, 250, possibly 300. So at this point in time, is it okay if these look next?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and pick out your larger, better looking sapphires. And we utilize we have a very high standard of grading of the rough stones here. I'm going to actually create 3 different piles of sapphires. We're going to have the small and fractured pile, and a flawed cuttable versus a pile called cuttable. When we say a stone can be heat treated and faceted, well, no, we have the kitchen sink.
Is that drinkable out there?
Yeah, it's well water. It's not great,
Okay.
and we have the bottled water's available. So, all right, so lower down a little bit.
Okay, Brian up here.
I'm now going to dip the stones in water. The water bead. Pause for a second.
Yep.
I've gone through and picked out your better looking sapphires with a nice round shape. I'm going to dip the stones in water. The water bead helps smooth out the rough surface texture, makes it easier to look inside the stone for flaws. I'm using the finger pass and touch method to look for inclusions and cracks within the stone. We have a very high standard of grading, and we tell you that we can heat treat and facet a finished gemstone out of your rough stone. That's exactly what we want to return to you, is a beautiful finished gemstone with no eye visible flaws that will distract from the visual beauty or cause a reduction in value. This stone is very unique in terms of the growth pattern of how it grew, and has some sort of blemish dead center where the crystal started to grow. So I'm going to put it in a category called flawed cuttable. It doesn't mean the stone can't be cut. This stone has numerous cracks in it. It's not an ideal candidate for faceting. Cuttable stone there. No flaws that I can see.
Maybe have a wallpaper on it and like, I don't know what we're gonna find, but.
Beautiful stone there. The sapphires here at Gem Mountain, in layman's terms, you could just say that they're only half cooked. This very specialized high temperature heat treating process will finish the chemical reaction within the stone. Improvements in clarity, and for most people, an improvement in color will occur in heat treating. Beautiful stone there. With the help of my wife Kathy, you ready?
Yep. Oh,
With the help of my wife Kathy, we do all of the heat treating. We're one of only 2 businesses in the Western Hemisphere that own and operate our own heat treating furnace for the color and improvement of sapphire.
That's pretty cool. So half the people in the country need to send it to you.
Well, you've got 2 choices. The other business that owns and operates their own heat treating furnace is the Sapphire Gallery in Philipsburg. And Dale Sigford does a great job for them. Shirley Beck's a great businesswoman there. And it's because of the amount of stone produced here at Gem Mountain. that the only two businesses that own and operate heat treating furnaces in the Western Hemisphere for the color improvement of Sapphire, where you as a retail customer can walk in, find sapphires, leave the stones for heat treating and faceting, are in this little tiny town of 800 people.
Which has great breakfast at the coffee shop, by the way. That burrito was outstanding.
Eat at Bohem?
Yeah. It didn't look like much, but then I tasted it.
I love living in Philipsburg. It's a beautiful stone right there. We're very lucky to have a very nice high-end restaurant.
Were you talking about the big one is a beautiful stone?
I haven't got there yet. I always
Okay.
save the largest for last.
Okay.
And then we start the theme from Jaws. Dun, 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 dun.
I tell you what, man, when I saw that one on top of my pile, it was gorgeous looking. I flipped that thing over, it was sticking out like a thumb.
In the heat treating process, the stones will primarily follow the color trend of what you see on the table. Around 10 or 11% of the stones will be a yellow. Very rarely we get orange. It doesn't look like you found any pinks. The different colors caused by different mineral impurities within the stone.
They're from North Carolina. They're complete grown adults. As soon as he would turn around and wash it, he'll both go over.
Feel on that everything.
Great yellow. And here we go. 2.63 carats, nice blocky shape. We should easily be able to return close to a 2/3 of a carat. Probably do either a round brilliant or a cushion cut on this stone. I do believe it's going to heat treat into a spectacular blue. If you can see that white iridescence that's coming out of the stone,
We're trying to, but we just get the white. It's like white. It's like the sun on my viewer.
that's a great sign, because what that is, that's the presence of the mineral rutile. Rutile is a titanium oxide mineral that in the heat treating process will melt and combine with the iron. And that's typically what creates the most spectacular blue. So this is going to be a gorgeous stone, and again, 2/3 of a carat. Probably would be valued at $300, give or take a couple hundred, ultimately depending upon the final color and clarity. So congratulations there.
Can't beat that.
Here at Gem Mountain, we offer.
Oh, I thought you were done. Go ahead. Let's keep going.
Yeah, here at Gem Mountain, we have two options when it comes to the faceting of the stones. We do all of the sorting and grading, specify all the cutting instructions. When we're dealing with the typical finds of the day, you've done great. Your second bucket was outlandishly good.
And there's the man right there. There's the man outlandishly good bucket. Almost 3 carat stone in there right after I said load it up. Good job. There was another girl outside talking about how unlucky he was and it was going to be a bad bucket. She was wrong.
So I went ahead, because you have such a nice collection of sapphires, I put that weird shaped flawed cuttable into this bag here that I've labeled small or flawed. In reality, around 40% of these stones could be faceted, but you need to remember you're paying for a service, our time and our expertise, and most customers do not want to facet very small stones that in reality have about the same, possibly even lower value than what the finished gemstone would be if you were to show up at the shop in Philipsburg and buy a stone. So these are your fun treasures, fun to find. We have memory lockets in different containers. You can put those in. You've got a wonderful collection of cuttable stones here. You're going to have the opportunity for several matched pairs, I think, based upon stones that look nearly identical right now. And then I also selected a variety of shapes for you, so that gives you more opportunities depending upon how you want to build jewelry. Your stones are all very nice, but in reality they're almost identical to what everybody else is finding today. And so in that particular situation, we can package your stones up and save you a lot of money by shipping them all the way to Sri Lanka for faceting. So The cost of heat treating and faceting when you start doing larger quantities gets down in the $25, $26 per stone range. Would you have any interest in leaving your stones for heat treating and faceting?
Of course we would. All right, well, today's adventure turned out different than I expected. I just sort of expected to pull up on a place like I found this morning, shake a couple of buckets out and find a couple of things and leave. That's what I really expected, but instead I found a whole new adventure where they have their shop inside the town of Philipsburg, and then they have the actual mine about 20 miles away from there. And the mine is for surely an adventure. The shop is definitely easier if you have, people that can't really handle being outside or anything like that. Overall, Gem Mountain, man, it's hard not to give this place 5 stars. They have a campground right there. They have 2 different locations within 20 miles of each other. Consistently, it seemed like 10 to 20 carats of sapphires are coming out of people's buckets. I had one bucket that I lost. I had one bucket that I had about 26 carats come out. I had another bucket where I had like 30 something carats come out of it, with one stone in there being almost 3 carats, and it's beautiful. For $25 a bucket, you really can't beat it. The staff is super friendly. All of them are, on top of you to try and help you out. Come and look and make sure you're seeing everything. Checking up on you every couple of minutes. There's a lot of them around. They're definitely very, very good at customer service. You really can't beat what's going on in the gift shop either. All the information you could want about sapphires, and they will treat them and get them cut for you too. So Gem Mountain, I did not expect to stop to on this trip, and I'm really, really happy I did. My wife is going to be really, really happy I did. I love the place so much, I'm taking 6 bags home with me. So visit Gem Mountain if you don't already know about it. It's really, really worth it in my mind. Really worth it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my Facebook page, and buy stuff from my Etsy store. See you at the next spot.